Good morning, everyone. My name is Yves Bawa. I'm the country director of PACT. I'm so pleased to be here to present our submission, which is eliminating ASM through rechargeable battery and torches. Our proposal is a package scalable business solutions tested in Rwanda, introducing affordable rechargeable battery and headlamps, renewable energy source, and e-waste recycling to reduce toxic waste, remediate environment damage, and lower ASM operating costs.
This is the first news. 27 billion of AA batteries are improperly discarded each year by artisanal miners in Rwanda, where 455 per miner per year.
Average lifespan of just 1.1 days per battery.
We looked at the environmental impact, where we saw that batteries currently used require much larger amount of non-renewable resources and water in the manufacture. And rechargeable batteries reduce the total number of batteries manufactured. And this project also has an e-waste recycling component.
The same chemicals that cause environmental damage when they leach into the environment are also responsible for a host of negative human health impacts.
Each year in the USA alone, more than 2,800 children are treated in emergency rooms for swallowing small batteries. And another issue is improved functioning and reliability of head and hand torches are essential for health and safety of miners at work.
My name is Ariane Providence Nkundibiza. I work as a consultant, but also representing Rwanda Women in Mining Organization. What I will say on this is that the rechargeable batteries are more cost effective because in Rwanda, mine owners are responsible for purchasing batteries and torches to their miners, to their mine workers. And those company owners, they really need an alternative to reduce the cost of buying batteries and new torches, but there is no other available alternative to have those torches and batteries. So all miners on the site could be outfitted with rechargeable torches with rechargeable for less than the cost of 1 year of batteries if they come up to find the alternative. Next. With these chargeable torches and solar panel, the miners, mine owners, and mine site workers, those who entered into underground, they'll be having the enough light underground, but also they will reduce the costs that are used to buy batteries.
And we want to note here that rechargeable torches are really just the beginning. There's a wide variety of machines that can be modified to run on solar power at mine sites, things like shaking tables, crushers, and magnetic separation for specific minerals that can increase the site's productivity, increasing incomes and putting money into mine owners and mine workers' pockets. Not to mention all of the other very important uses for electricity in these rural, remote communities. Things like solar-powered refrigerators for vaccines, lights for children to study at night. Really, the sky is the limit.
And my name is Stephanie Shumsky. I'm a technical manager with PACT, supporting this great team on the ASM Grand Challenge submission. The business model and financial viability has been a really important part of our project design. We'll provide a cost benefit and a return on investment analyses to these mine owners to make the business case, demonstrating exactly how this project will save them money, make their miners more effective, and ultimately protect the soil and water resources surrounding their mine and in the communities where they live, where they operate. PACT plans to charge a small fee per mine as part of the package delivery once financing for the investment has been secured by an external provider. This fee will be used to subsidize the cost of advertising and onboarding new mines as we scale up the project, as well as to pay for the personnel that are going to be tasked with monitoring, evaluating, and reporting on project KPIs, and most important, showing that really clear impact to our donors. We have an ambitious plan to scale up to cover 25% of artisanal and small-scale mine sites in Rwanda over the first 5 years of the project. And that's just the beginning. With our extensive network of contacts in the region, in the Great Lakes region, covering the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Burundi, and Rwanda, we plan to scale up, potentially covering almost 1,500 mine sites in the near term, with the potential to expand to other jurisdictions where PACT operates, like Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa, Colombia, Indonesia, and others in the future. We project enormous cost savings for the mine owners over the course of the project. In year one, we expect costs to be quite similar to the cost of disposables, but given the long life and limited investment going forward with rechargeables, we expect to see by year 5 almost $2 million in cost savings for the mine owners, which they can invest in other machines and equipment and training to improve their productivity and in the development of the communities where they operate. We also expect to have an enormous impact on environmental protection, avoiding 4.5 kilograms of mercury emissions each year, 3.8 tons of lead emissions, which is the equivalent to painting the 7 average football pitches with lead paint from the 1960s, and avoiding 25.5 tons of cadmium emissions. We also have less specific numbers, but are very optimistic on the improved working conditions and safety outcomes for miners when we are able to get them tools that are fit for purpose, where they're able to have appropriate headlamps and that have powerful lighting, that don't need to have their batteries replaced every day, and that leave both of their hands free. We expect to see dramatically improved outcomes for the reduction of safety incidents and productivity in the mines. We have done an evaluation of the competitive and partner landscape in Rwanda. It's a really exciting ecosystem to be a part of, the renewable energy sector in Rwanda. Not only are there solar companies like Bbox, which have already put rechargeable solar solutions and lighting solutions on the market, there's also really innovative companies like Ampersand, which has electronic motorcycles. And perhaps most appropriate for this project is an e-waste recycling facility in Viroserve, which opened in 2017. We expect to work with these partners in order to ensure that this project takes advantage of lessons that have already been learned and integrates well into the competitive landscape, leveraging our partners' experience and existing infrastructure where possible. Here's the value proposition diagram as was suggested in the webinar you guys had a few weeks ago. Honestly, it was a really useful exercise to go through, bringing together everything from the pain points identified at the mines during our survey of mine owners and mine workers, expensive batteries, ineffective torches, all that trash and toxic waste from the disposable batteries. We see the potential gains here in increased productivity, reduced costs, and improved health and safety. And ultimately, we see our torches and rechargeable battery options as being a solution there. There are several risks to address, but we're confident that we have identified the risks and that we have plans in place to address them. We know that the product needs to be effective in order for it to work, in order for our solution to succeed. We know that it needs to be available locally and easy to maintain, and we know that we need to work with local financial service providers to ensure that mine owners have access to the capital they need to make this large one-time investment, rather than that day-to-day purchase of individual battery packs. We also are aware of the risks of subsidizing illegal or irresponsible ASM, but we're confident in our existing network and our ability to identify responsible artisanal operators. And finally, as discussed, we're already planning to partner with an existing e-waste recycling and disposal facility in Rwanda to avoid any sort of potential environmental impact of improper disposal of our rechargeable torch solutions.
From the data collected from 27 mine sites in Rwanda, we came up with some statistics where we did some interpretations. And
DVS Global team has more than 80 years of experience in ASM, innovation, renewable energy project.
With an innovation of $150,000, we plan to conduct a technical pilot, identifying several different rechargeable torch options, testing them at sites, gathering feedback from miners and mine owners, with an output there of a selection of the most appropriate technology for the context that's going to be the most effective, cost-effective, and the easiest for the miners to use. After that, or probably simultaneously, we'll conduct market research, identifying financial service providers, other local technical partners, crowding them in, taking advantage of the lessons that they've learned, of the infrastructure they already have, and identifying synergies with these companies so we can partner with them to roll out this solution across the country on a large scale. We'll pitch the package to mine owners, securing a minimum of 1 site for that 100% miner rollout, our phase 1 pilot test, and roll it out and support procurement, implementation, technical troubleshooting, iterate the project design, fail fast, collect those collect that feedback from the miners, from the mine owners, making sure that what we have is this bulletproof, scalable solution. And then we bring it to scale. We communicate the success from the pilot site to other mine sites, organizing site visits, inviting people to come see the solution in action, securing commitment for phase 2, an additional 5 sites for 100% miner rollout, and then moving across the country from there. At the end of year 2, we will leverage the funding that you've generously provided and the pilot project that will have been a success at this point to crowd in additional funding in partnership with private sector partners to demonstrate the market potential of the packaged business solution on a regional scale and potentially global scale.
Winning the CXL Grand Challenge will not only provide vital capital to launch our innovation, but perhaps more important is the recognition that comes with having been selected by the eminent judges involved in this groundbreaking competition. With this award and the many contacts we hope to make during upcoming networking events and demo days, we are confident that subsequent funding from private venture capital and other investors is just around the corner.
Okay, thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Asante sana.
Murakoze cyane.